Hey everyone, Imran, Web Squadron, glad to have you here. This is not going to be a long live chat. I'm late today because I was out with my son earlier last night and today. We got back a little bit early today because I think otherwise we were going to get bored of what else can we do now. We've done so much. I know Catherine from Ellie Web Dev is going live in about 45 minutes. So I'm only going to be live for about 45 minutes and then I'll be cutting out. Just because I just pop on, because hey, I miss everyone, but also if there's any questions or things to discuss or things like that. But also it can drip into Catherine's Early Web Dev, which I will probably join onto as well and have on as I'm fine-tuning a new client website that goes live tonight, a competition one. Just some fiddly little changes we got to do for it and all of that. Hey, George. Hey, Jack. It's all right, George. Don't worry. I'm only going to be live for about 45 minutes. Just because believe me, I knew this would happen. But when you have just 24 hours away from your machine, lots of emails, lots of things coming in. Had a very funny request come in that I'll tell you all about. So someone, basically, in a nutshell, they wanted some business support, or they wanted me to explain to them, setting up your web design agency and all of that, blah, 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 and all of this stuff. And what they wanted was, rather than paying for it, they wanted to build us a digital business card. So they were going to give us a digital business card, right, in as payment for our Mastery membership course that we run about business marketing and all of that, right? You know the drill on that. But rather than pay for it, they were going to offer to build us a digital business card. Hey, Carapos. And I was a bit like, hold on. I went back to them with, I don't need a business digital card. I don't need a business digital card. I already have a presence. And I'm a bit like, I normally say to people, look, you just do a search for Web Squadron on YouTube. Here's a link to Web Squadron on YouTube because it's got our other details in there, hasn't it? With our Facebook page, Instagram page, Twitter, our email address, our web URL, all of that. I don't need to have a totally separate, fancy business digital card. Because you could have the fanciest digital card in the world. But sometimes that doesn't tell you more about the person other than that they've got lots of social media accounts, right? So anyway, this person, I just says, thanks, great, thanks for all that, fantastic. And they also told me how yesterday they were diagnosed as having color blindness. And I don't mean to be funny here, right? But that's not my problem. Here, I've got to be really honest here, okay? This is what I do with the Kick-Ass live chat. I'm really honest. And I know some of you appreciate that. But he starts telling me off, how they love what we do, blah, 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 blah. They've seen our mastery course. They want to join in. Ooh, but yesterday they got diagnosed with color blindness. Therefore, they haven't got the funds to pay for the course, but they're happy to design a business digital card. And I don't mean funny, but it was like, that's not my problem. Okay. I was borderline diabetic 10 years ago. I had my gallbladder removed in 2014. I had a brain tumor removed in 1999. I had a heart attack. How long ago now would it be? 19 months ago. And I got a stent put in. I'm only telling you this because when people assume when they write to me with what I call, I'm really sorry, but a sob story. They probably look at me and they think, oh, yeah, he's in his mid-20s. He's all right. Oh, he ain't got no problems. He's fine. Brutally honest, okay? Sob stories are not going to pay the bills or my time. But it sounds really harsh, doesn't it? It sounds so harsh. But everyone's got problems. Everyone's got problems, yeah. Some of us aren't very vocal about our problems behind the scenes or whatever. But I just felt a bit like... And you know what, Carapos? Do you know something? That is exactly what went through my head as well. You're colorblind, but you want to do web design. You can still do it. Let's be honest. You could still do it. But good luck. Right? Good luck. Carapos, have you left Bricks yet? Sorry, have you left Elemental yet? Have you left Elemental yet? I bet you haven't, mate. I bet you haven't. I bet you're still here. You know, I bet you're still here. You're still doing what you do. You good man. Hey, Yusuf. Yeah, you know, I hope the videos are useful. I like to think they definitely are, because people do keep coming back to watch and comment and all of that, and support us as well. But yeah, I hope the videos are helping. If you ever have, hey Mark, by the way, Mark, I'm just doing those products now. You know, your questions, I'm doing those now. So they should be done very, very quickly. But if anyone ever has any ideas for videos, to let us know. I will consider them. There's no guarantee I'll do it, but I will consider it, because I do actually have a hit list of videos I do want to record. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. And I want to try and get them done before Monday, to be honest. A lot of mainly code snippets, but still good stuff for you to know. Yeah, Raja, I wasn't going to come on live. I've just... Catherine, Ellie WebDev, she's going live in 40 minutes, so I will close down right before hers. So if you guys want to filter onto hers, please do so. I'm just, you know, just chatting as I do some... Mark will know what I'm talking about, but just some depressingly boring stuff. Yeah, depressingly boring. It's not depressingly boring. It's all useful, but it's just meh. You know, it's just meh. Stuff we got to do, right? It's where we have a lottery website and then we're just sorting out. You got to answer a question before you can actually buy anything. So very rightly, we are now adding in variation to the questions, and I'm glad the ones we've got have now come through, which is good. Some of the answers on here, Mark, are almost hilarious, I have to say. Like, who the hell's going to pick 16 billion seconds in a minute? But hey, I get why they've done it. You want to make it obvious what is the right answer, but it's a little bit, it's hilarious. That's all I'm going to say. It's hilarious. Rajat met a blind WordPress developer, I suppose. No, hold on. That's how. Were they born blind or did they become blind? I still find it a bit. How would you understand code and syntax and stuff? Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking, George. That's what I was thinking. There are ways you can do it. I wasn't thinking of numbers, but I was thinking of, like, there will be ways you can do it. It's just more effort, right? But I found it just funny that them telling me this and then they expected me to go, yeah, you can join the Mastery membership and as payment, just give me a business digital card. Yeah, that's going to work. Thanks, Yusuf. Tell us a bit more about you, Yusuf. What are you up to? Tell us a bit more about... It's not all about me. You know, it's about everyone here. What do you do? Freelancer? Web agency? What do you do? Oh, God, hold on. We've been invaded. We've been invaded, everyone.
I'm actually quite proud of myself because, you know, the one next door neighbours, not the boys' next door neighbour's neighbour.
Carol.
Yes.
Yes.
I helped her.
What did you do?
She asked me.
Mm-hmm.
I see you're a police officer. Can you help me get to the post office? And she said, can you tell me the direction? I said, yes. I said, do you know a certain supermarket? Go downwards from there, and then you see the roundabout, and then you... I'm
not ignoring my son, by the way. I'm just filling in some product details, and I am listening. I cannot not listen to him because he's there.
And then I said, well, the roundabout, there's cross from there.
Wow, George, found syntax errors. That's impressive.
Oh, and I want to show my police uniform.
You're showing your underpants now, okay? But yeah, he's got his police uniform. He's got a torch and his gun.
Wait, do we have to push down it?
I'm not sure that really makes people feel safe when you have that. All right, do you want to go now? Do you want to go? Do you want to go? No, you're not in trouble. But I'm just saying, do you want to go?
Yes.
Like, just because I say, do you want to go? He goes, am I in trouble? No, you're not in trouble. You just go.
Yes, I am very much in
Raheem, that is not... Okay, what he's just gone and done is knock the camera, which was not... Yeah.
Don't tell me off.
No, it's not clever, that. That's not clever, mate. Hey, Taylor, hope you're okay. By the way, I'm only going to be live for another 35 minutes. So it kind of filters into Catherine, who runs Ellie Web Dev. Ellie Web Dev, right? Her live stream starts in 35 minutes. So I will be watching that while still working on this really appalling, horrendous website. Oh, hold on. I think I've just done something wrong. Which of these is a... Oh, no, I have done it right. It's fine. Yep. You know, you start to doubt yourself. You start to doubt yourself if you're doing it right. Let me just quickly add this answer in before I just double check the comments. You know, if anyone's got any questions or anything, please do ask. Otherwise, I will just ramble on about whatever I want. So Yusuf, you're a web agency, right? UK, we're in the UK. So you're a web agency. How long have you been running? Do you do the work yourself? Do you hand out the work to others? And how is business? And what's your main source of referrals? Is it word of mouth? Is it adverts, Fiverr, Upwork? How do you like to get clients? No probs, Taylor. I'm glad you're liking the live streams and everything. I'm glad you like that. Boom. Do I watch footy? Yes, I support Liverpool. However, I get very stressed out when I support Liverpool. And right now, sometimes I wonder if it's good for my health. Because whenever there's a football match, it stresses me out. Sometimes I prefer to know the score at the end rather than watching it live. And loads of people are going to say, oh, you're not a real supporter. I'm just telling you, I get stressed out, okay? I can't be dealing with all of the nerves and, you know, I get stressed out. Are you a football maniac? Do you support a particular team? Whereabouts are you based, though, Taylor? Sorry, whereabouts are you based? Whereabouts are you based? Right, that should all be done, Mark, if you're still here. However, you got to wait for me to clear the cache, all right, on the site and the server. Because they're with SiteGround, it often doesn't show the new result until I do my bit over here. Las Vegas! Hey! You know something, like, whenever we hear Las Vegas, we all have these visualizations of, you know, wow, it's amazing. But what is it really like? I mean, you're in Las Vegas, Taylor, right? What is it really like? Is it all fun and games? Is it hard work? Is it just nothing like how we see it on the movies and all that? What is it really like for you? You know, are there areas of like different levels of standards? So you'll have like the mega rich, the big casinos and skyscrapers. I mean, you'll have different levels of deprivation and poverty. What's it like? What is it like? Do you know what? Do you get what I mean, Taylor? You support Spurs, right? The minute your team lets in a goal, the nerves start. the nerves kick in, right? And I just can't be doing with it. Just can't be doing with it. I have to say, I'm not a massive fan of the SiteGround layout. They changed their layouts and the look of their layouts very, very recently. In fact, in the last 2 or 3 days, I think it was. And I don't really like the new layout. I found the old one just looked more professional. And I know it looked old, but it worked. This one now, the fonts are so much bigger. George, have you seen the new SiteGround? You know, when you go to Site Tool, I find it like, I preferred it when it was smaller, because now, if you're looking at it on a MacBook, you've got to scroll down a bit to see all the content. Anyone who uses SiteGround, you'll know what I mean, right? So they've gone and they've updated it. I don't think what they've done is an update. I think what they've done is like, anyway, that's just me. I don't think what they've done is really updated it. I'm not crazy about it. I'm really not. All right, Mark, have a look. By the way, yeah, have a look, Mark. Okay. Have a look. I'm pretty sure that was the only thing you wanted, wasn't it, Mark? Don't leave the communal center. Oh, man, I forgot. Logo. There's one more thing I forgot to do, Mark. The logo. Right. If you're watching, Mark, I forgot to do the blinking logo. Let me just quickly do that now. Forgot to do the logo. Do you know something, George? I had it as well. The email came out last night, I think, and about 2 or 3 days ago, it already changed, and I was a bit like, oh, all right, fine. And then the email came out. I don't think it was a big improvement. I just see it, and it's like, because now your sidebar's got bigger fonts. Now you have to scroll down some. If you're on a monitor, you'll see it. If you're on a MacBook or whatever, Surface or whatever, you have to scroll down now, which I was like, I don't think it was needed. I don't think it was needed at all. But yeah, they did it before they announced it, because I saw it as well. Yeah, that's what they said, yeah. And I get that. I mean, I do get that.
Hey, web Squadron, I'm having a nosebleed. Come here.
Are you having a nosebleed?
Come here.
Go. He's having a nosebleed.
Come on.
My son does have regular nosebleeds, which sounds a bit weird, but he does often have them. Which doesn't always make sense, but he does often have them. I think it's because he just runs around a lot. He runs around a lot all the time. WP Bakery, yes, I have had experience with it. We had someone who was trying to build a website with the bakery and Elementor, and I basically convinced them to ditch all the bakery aspects and rebuild with Elementor, because it made no sense why they were mixing the two. And WP Bakery had their time, right? They had their time. Yeah, I know, but you know what you need to do? You need to wipe your nose, because you've got a bit of blood there, and you need to just lie down for about 5 minutes, mate. 5 minutes is all it's going to take, all right? You can do that. You know, WP Bakery had its time. Just like in some parallel multiverse universe, right? Visual Composer had their time, right? Beaver Builder, you know, all of these things had their time. Now, though, the time is with other page builders, and, you know, there's so much talk about Gutenberg, Quickly, Bricks, and other solutions as well. It's more about, do you keep up and evolve? So Visual Composer, Bakery, and all of these solutions have not evolved. Even Oxygen, it's not evolved. Instead, what Oxygen's gone and done is jump to their first cousin, who will now possibly evolve a little bit with Breakdance. Yeah, Visual Composer never. Yeah, you're right. Actually, they never did. I'm being kind here. I'm being kind here. I still don't get why some people still use it. I really don't. Like, you know the Page Builders Summit event, not the Atarim one, the Page Builders one, which was 2 weeks ago, or was it last week? No, it was. Oh, I can't remember now. I think it was last week or 2 weeks ago. That's organised by Visual Composer. And I just don't get it. Why would... Who here uses Visual Composer? Who here likes to use Visual Composer? Who here lives and breathes with Visual Composer? Maybe you use other builders as well, but who would use Visual Composer? Do you know what I mean, Caripos? It was the Page Builder Summit, or whatever it's called. That was last week or the week before. The organizer of that, whose name I can't remember now, begins with R. Rakitis or something. He's Visual Composer. I just don't get it. Like with all the solutions that we now have, okay. Don't forget to click like, by the way, okay? Don't forget to click like. It means a lot. With all the solutions we have for page building now, and I'm not saying you would use it because of your client. I'm saying right now, brand new website, no history, no baggage. Why would you use Visual Composer? Why? It just gets me. It really gets me. Like, why? Someone here has got to give me a USP or a selling point about Visual Composer. George right now is probably dead. He's probably died because I've said the word Visual Composer so much, right? It's kicked off a neural supernova in his head, and he's just like that. He's gone. George is gone. But yeah, someone's got to give me a reason, because I do not get. In fact, what is the cost of Visual Composer? Hey, Mark, have a go now. Have a go now, Mark. What is the cost of Visual Composer now? Is there I don't even know what the costs are anymore of it. Is Visual Composer, is there a cost? No, it's free, isn't it? Yeah, what am I talking about? It's free. That's how much I've lost touch with it. No, it's free. So here we go. Here's Visual Composer, right? Let's share this shit. Here we go. Here's Visual Composer, right? 30 days, refund, yay! Flipping it, lifetime. All right, okay, right. Why would you pay $49 for Visual Composer when you can have Elementor Pro? Like, what? 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 Who? You know, I mean, what a load of crap. Right? What a load of crap. I'm still waiting for one of you to give me... Yeah, exactly, Carapos. They came out, you know, they had their time like dinosaurs, and then nature selected them for extinction. Right? Nice one, Mark. Nice one. You know what, Mark? I'm thinking, right, unless they pay tonight, right, we shut down all of their competitions. We hold them to ransom, Mark, if they don't pay tonight. We hold them to ransom. What I don't want, yeah, is that if there is any potential problem or something doesn't work exactly how they thought it would, like with Stripe, because that's between them and Stripe, they don't pay. I want to make sure they still pay. Yeah, you're right, Interpret. Just then when I saw the features pop up, wow, Visual Composer, drag and drop. Wow, I'll tell you how I would drag. Do you know what I would do with Visual Composer when it comes to drag and drop? I would drag it off the internet and drop it. That's what I would do with Visual Composer. That's my drag and drop. I would drag it off the internet and drop it. That's what I would do. I haven't used Divi. I looked at it. I know George loves it, and George is a big user, big believer in it, does tutorials and stuff on it. I looked at it, and I did have to go like this between Elementor and Divi, and in the end I went for Elementor. I think it was just that I felt there was more I felt there were more tutorials and there was more of a community around Elemental than there was Divi. And that might not be completely true. I might have got it wrong, but that's what I felt. And I felt that at the time I was learning Elemental, I felt like I've got a rich source of tutorials and different types of trainers and people to pick up from. Whereas with Divi, there were some, but I found the people to learn from online, they weren't the most enigmatic or I don't think I would want to sit there watching a 1 hour video with them. I'm like, they're going to bore me to death kind of thing. But yeah, like George says, George really does. George is a big user of Divi. Yeah, nice one, Mark. Yeah, well, hopefully, Mark. I mean, I just think that. What I might do is add it. I mean, this might not be to be discussed here, Mark, because you're obviously got the closer relationship to them. But what are they doing for marketing? Because I know they're going live tonight, right? So I'm talking about a website that we've built that's going live, and I've done more of the design and creation side of it. What do they do? How are they getting word out there? I'm just wondering.
I found this on the web.
No, you didn't. What is their marketing strategy? Just out of curiosity. Are they just going to stick it on Facebook with a hope that people will see it? Have they... It's something I don't think I've had time to think about, but they're going live tonight. They're all their competitions. What is their strategy? You don't have to say it here. You can if you want, if it's nothing major, or just put it in a message. Curtis, hey, how you doing? Afternoon for us right now, and I'm only going to be live for another 18 minutes, by the way. When it comes to terms and conditions, yeah, we have a standard one. We do reuse it. It's a standard one. Of course, if there was something in particular that you were going to chop and change, go and chop and change it. Yeah, so we have a standard one, but I often say that terms and conditions that are like 12 pages long, who reads it? So what I'd like to do is at the point when you're deciding on the price, I make clear the conditions there. So, right, we're going to do X. This is what you get. This is what you don't get. You want this, you got to pay extra, blah, blah, blah. You break it down, right? How long is it going to take? What happens if the project extends? If it's our fault, no extra cost. If it's your fault, there might be additional costs attached. Like for every day the project is extended because you're not doing your bit, the cost will go up 5% per day. And it won't just be 5% of the original cost, it will be 5% of the new cost, right? So today, 5%, tomorrow, 5% of the new total, the following day, 5% of the new total, okay? So it's, what's the word? Begins with C. What's the word? Oh my God. I can't remember the word now. You know when you have interest? Interest upon interest. I can't remember what the word is now. Anyway, yeah, like that. So you would have a standard terms and conditions, but when you're detailing out what you're going to do with them, in the one pager, put them in there because they'll read it and they'll get it. There's nothing worse than when like things go bad and then you go, yeah, but condition 10.8 says duh. And they're going to go, what? It can create a choppy relationship. Nice one, George. You're having to go with brick. Oh right. So they've done free comps on Facebook, Mark. Is that what you're saying? They've done free competitions on Facebook. Nice one, Inderpreet. Glad you got accepted in Code Snippet. Pages privacy. Yeah, again, I have a standard template for privacy policy and cookies policy. And unless the client wants to use their own, which is what we had with our most recent client, then we go with the standard one. We put it on there, and I expect them, the client, to read that. We have a standard one. I expect the client to read that, and if they don't like it, they then change it. That's how it should be, right? So if they got their own, fine, we'll use it. If you've not got your own, we'll put one in for you. You don't like it, you supply your own words. And in some way, by doing that, it forces them, you know. So if they go, oh, I don't like it. Oh, no, it's too much or not enough. Fine, go and give us a different one then. But if you leave it blank and you don't put privacy policy in the footer and there is nothing, and they never do it and you never do it, it will come back to haunt you later on. So just put it in. Accrued. Compound, that's the word. Compound, Mike. Thank you, Mike. Hey, and glad to have you here, Mike. Yes, compound. I was going, the C word. The C word. Compound interest. That's the word I meant. Yes. Nice one, Mark. Okay, cool. Well, fingers crossed. Yeah, fingers crossed. To be honest, Mark, I could easily log in on Saturday and I'll have an idea of sales in terms of, is it getting traction, you know? And that might be a nice thing as well. Do you know what I mean, Mark? It might be like on Sunday, I'll let you know, and you can go back to them and go, right, we can see that already.
Mum just rang and she said, do you want to come and play? And I said, yes, in a minute. But she said, as soon as can I go? Because I'm not going to be seeing Ria for a week.
What you need to do is go and wash your face.
I am.
Kids and stinky faces, hey. Sorry, Raheem just slammed the door against my desk. Hold up, I've just got to shut the door a bit. There we go. Right. Yeah, very good point, Carapace. Why? But the thing I don't get yet is people who are buying Visual Composer from brand new. I'd love to. Do you know what? I would love it. I would so love it if somehow we had this massive honesty agreement and we had all the page builders and say for 2022, January to now, what are the sales? So I don't care that Elementor might be 10 times the amount of sales for, say, Oxygen or whatever. I'm not looking at numbers. What I want to see is trend. So is Elementor always doing this and it's steady? Or do we have like Elementor was doing okay and suddenly boom? And now it's now there seems to be a drop occurring. I would love to see that. But hey, you know, we're not going to get that honesty, are we, really, from people? They could even hide the numbers. Don't show us the numbers. Just show us what is your trend. You know, what's happening? Samcart, ClickFunnels. Yeah, cool, Mark. So I will I'll see what we can dig out. We will be a little bit limited, but there is some stuff I can get out because the fact that they're on SiteGround, okay, on the server, there will already be some analytics and stuff on there that we can pull off because they're not doing rank math or anything. So we should be able to give them some, you know, countries, where they're coming from, how they're getting there, what pages they're visiting. You know, so we could pull off some juicy stuff to throw at them. Hey, Jason. I'm I'm only going to be live for another 10 minutes, by the way, and then I'm going to cancel because Catherine from Ellie Web Dev, she's got a live chat that she is starting in 12 minutes. No, 11 minutes. So I'm only live for 9 more minutes, okay? In fact, what I'll say is, if you got any final questions, because I take an age to answer. You ask me a question and I'll still be answering it 20 minutes later. Any questions or any things to discuss or point out or feelings? I mean, it is, I tell you what, it feels like Saturday for me. It's Friday, but it feels like a Saturday because I was out in town last night and this morning. It feels like Saturday, but it's not. Saturday's tomorrow. So as Friday for most of you, you're closing off the week. You know, how's it been as a week? Good week? Bad week? Yeah, SiteGround's not available in Asian countries. To be honest, there's a lot of stuff not available in Asian countries, right? PayPal isn't available in many. Yeah, no worries, Mark. It'll be... I found what would be interesting, Mark, is, you know, if I can show that, like... in the first 24 hours from 8 p.m. tonight to 8 p.m. Saturday, or roughly, you know, whatever time period, how many people are visiting the website, how many are buying a ticket, and where are they coming from? I think that'll be interesting. You know, because if you can show that you got 1,000 visitors, but you only sold tickets for 10%, you got to stop and think then, right, what was it? What was it about the... Most likely it'll be the prices, because look, let's be honest here. If you're doing a competition to win a car and people want their car, I don't think the look of the website will matter too much unless it makes the website look dodgy and scandalous. Then it will matter. But I think stuff like that will be quite interesting. And if they like it, I'll show you how to do that so you can do it for them. But it's the first time we've built a competition lottery website, actually. It's the first time we've done it. And I think the tools we've used are limited to an extent. But I think what we've managed to achieve and do was pretty good. Pretty good. The only thing that stops the website we've built being amazing... And Mark will agree with me on this. The only thing that stops it being amazing is the fact that we gave them a color palette which linked into their color, but I made a tweak to one of their main colors because the main color was a dull gold. I mean, a really dull gold. And when you have black background and dull gold, as a logo, you can get away with it. But the rest of the website, it dullifies everything. We're talking dulling the dead. It zombified it. So I gave him a much more richer, a goldy yellow, but it was a good yellow, right? And it lifted. Boy, did it lift. The buttons, the background overlays. It lifted everything. The hero banner. Boom. But we had to dullify it again. And I just feel like... You know, if you really want to put people off, that's the colour you go for. Because gold on black background is so overdone. How many times you see a luxury logo or a luxury website where they have gold text or gold icon on a black background? It is so overdone. It's claustrophobic. Do you know what I mean? How many companies approach you or you see them and they go, yeah, here's our logo, black background, gold writing, gold logo icon. It is so... Yes, Jason, remember. Yeah, it was that one, yeah, where the gold just dullified it. It just... When you have it just as a logo, you can get away with it. But then you got to make sure the rest of the page is lifted, right? Lifted. You know, but... But often, you know, when you have clients or people that are very strict on their branding, you just got to go with it. And it always disappoints me because you know what? I would love to showcase that website in a post or something. Hey, look, we built a competition website. So if anyone wants a competition website, we know what we're doing, whatever, right? However, what puts me off promoting it is the fact of how it looks. Because someone's going to see that and go, ugh, ugh. You know, so it's one of those like, it could have been better. And I hope they come back to us later and go, hey, can we put it back to what it was? That rich yellow. Because it wasn't even yellow. It was like an orange. It was yellow, but with a slight hint of orange. Very slight. But it gave it that zesty, fresh oomph. You know? Because believe me, if you're doing a competition contest website, you really need oomph. Hey, Jimmy, I'm only live for 4 minutes. I only came. Hey, Artif, I'm only live for 4 minutes, guys. I just came on. Quick 45 minutes. It was my day off. Quick 45 minutes. And then I'm going to join Catherine's Ellie Web Dev. I'll see you all on there. This is just a quick 45 minutes, right? Quick 45 minutes. Yeah, see you later, Mark. Good luck for this evening, all right? I hope it all goes well with the client. And please, no more changes, all right? No more changes. Let's just leave it now. Let's just leave it now. I can hear my son shouting outside. Can you hear him? He's like... In fact, you know what I'm going to do? I am going to... close off now. I'm going to say goodbye to everyone. Close off now so I have a bit of time and everyone else has a bit of time rather than jumping from one to another. You know, go and piss in the toilet, shit your pants, do what you want, right? I will, Catherine on Ellie Web Dev. I'm going to jump on there and I'll be in the background listening in on that. For those that came in, it's been probably only about 40 minutes we're doing here today or something like that. But it's a short one. Just because I, love chatting, just wanted to give you some updates as I was updating a lottery website that goes live tonight. Yeah, that was it. Okay, everyone, I'm going to shoot off now. Join on Catherine's Ellie Web Dev 1. Don't forget to click like if you haven't. And I shall see you all soon. Take care. Bye.